Dun, dun. Boom, 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 boom. Guess what happened a few days ago? You're not going to believe what happened. You're not going to believe what happened several days ago. I was on a trip to Washington, D.C., and this was on Tuesday when this happened. We were in Richmond, Virginia. This was at a hotel in Richmond, Virginia, where this happened. That's right. And you're not going to believe what happened there. That's right. There was an accidental plopping. There was an accidental plopping on my vacation trip. It happened at a Best Western near Richmond, Virginia. A deodorant lid fell in the toilet. It did. It really did. A deodorant lid fell in the toilet. This was Tuesday morning when this happened. And and this is how it happened. It was because for one thing, the shower in this hotel did not have hot water, which was bad enough. And for another thing, the entire bathroom, the bathtub was bigger than the rest of the bathroom, than the entire rest of the bathroom. So there was hardly any room to turn around in. So guess what happened? Guess what happened? Because there was hardly any room to turn around in. Guess what happened? The lid fell off my deodorant, and it landed in the poo pot. It really did. So this is the result of it. This is what I had to do. And I had to because the lid was contaminated, I had to put my deodorant into a plastic cup like this to keep my deodorant fresh. I had to put it like in the plastic wrapper for a plastic cup like this, because the deodorant lid was contaminated by being in the toilet. It got toiletified. It got plopped. So it was covered with germs after that. So I had to do this to keep my deodorant from drying up and getting ruined. I had to do that. And there's a whole story behind this. I was in the shower, and the deodorant lid landed in the toilet. But part of it was still sticking up out of the toilet. It landed part of it it landed upside down. So part of it was immersed in the Johnny pot. But I was able to get it out of the toilet because there's still a dry part that was still above water. So I was able to go in and fish it out of the toilet and throw it on the floor. I threw it on the floor in a big pile of dirty towels. But then here's the best part. When you have stuff piled up like that in a hotel bathroom, when I threw it there. When I threw it there, I thought that meant to leave it alone. The message of seeing a deodorant lid like that piled up on dirty towels next to the toilet, the message of that is, leave it alone. You can look, but don't touch. Never ever touch dirty things you see in hotel bathrooms. But somebody had to pick it up. That's right. Somebody had to come out there and say, "Oh, is this yours?" And because I didn't even mention that it had been in the toilet, because it was a humiliating experience to be part of an accidental plopping. Now, if it was a deliberate plopping, it would have been different. But accidental ploppings are are not exactly big sources of pride. So somebody had to come out there carrying the deodorant lid out of that had been in the toilet, out of the bathroom. Is this yours? And I had to say, that fell in the toilet. It should not have been touched. The fact that it was on a pile of dirty towels means that should be a big stop sign showing that it should not have been touched. But of course it was. And, you know, that's number one rule. Don't touch dirty things that you see piled up in the bathroom in hotels, because there are professionals who deal with this stuff. You know, when the maids come in later, after you leave, after you check out, the maids come in and they wear rubber gloves and stuff. They are professionals who know how to clean this stuff. They're going to be cleaning the toilets anyway. They're going to have their hands in the toilets anyway, and they're going to be wearing gloves the whole time. See, they have rubber gloves and disinfectants and stuff. We don't. They're professionals, you see. The maids in the hotels are professionals who get paid, you know, to clean up the dirty towels. And they have safety gear to accomplish this task. So they're not gonna, you know, they're not going to be going in there with their bare hands. They're not going to touch a dirty pile of towels with their bare hands. Or they're probably not going to touch a deodorant lid either, because they don't know where it's been. You just have to assume that it's been in the toilet. That's like when I worked at the library. See, when I worked at the library, if somebody plopped something at the library, the last thing we wanted to happen was for one of the other patrons of the library to try to fish it out. Because, see, I worked at the library and I'm a professional. So I deal with messes in the library bathroom. See, you leave the messes to me. You leave cleaning up the messes to me because I got paid to clean up library messes. But my trip to Washington, D.C. was cool, and that wasn't the only instance of amusing bathroom instance. I also saw on the way down through Grayson, Kentucky, I saw this sign. It says, "We would like to keep our bathrooms clean for everyone. Please flush." And somebody wrote "pooping" on the sign because they thought it would be funny to say that. That was at a gas station restroom in Grayson, Kentucky. On the way to Richmond, Virginia. From there, I went to Washington, D.C. But there was so that's the story of the accidental plopping.